Lyoto as a person has some very clean thoughts about what is necessary for success. He was, multi-time champion at UFC, light heavyweight champion multiple times. Had an amazing career in fighting. But everything in his life is very orderly, that he keeps himself fit. He still keeps his training up. He has a nice wife. They get along very nicely, very nice relationship. The children are wonderful. Everything is very orderly. Do these things happen by accident, or are there some rules and structure in place that help someone have a high quality life?
Of course, you have some rules that you have to, some values that you have to follow, in principle as well. Otherwise, it's hard to get where you want to be, because sometimes we think that just by lucky you can get whatever you want. That's not true. You gotta work on right values, right rules and principles, and work hard, because success requires a lot of dedication, a lot of discipline and persistence. So if you don't have that, you're gonna struggle, and probably most of the time you're not gonna get where you want to be unless you win the lottery or stuff like that.
Even you win the lottery, if you don't know how to make the money, and now you get a lot of money, now they're going to make smart decisions with money?
No.
Yeah, so if you win the lottery, the statistics on this with people who win the lottery is they tend to lose all of the money, plus whatever else they had too. A lot of people go bankrupt. They win the lottery and they lose everything, all the new money plus whatever they had before. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them kill themselves later. Some of them with their lottery money. There's at least one guy. He win the lottery, and the money was all going, and he took the money that he had left, and he bought a bunch of lottery tickets, and he won a second time. I don't know what happened, if he managed it any better the second time, but yeah, the lottery is not a good solution to your financial problems. I'm never going to win the lottery because I buy 0 tickets ever. I never buy this because I'm not relying on luck. When people say to me, they say, oh, good luck, and usually they mean this in a nice way, but I feel a little insulted. I think I'm not relying on luck for my success. I'm not relying on luck to get results in life. I want to have the right knowledge and do the right training and keep my brain prepared for opportunity, and then good things will happen. So I feel a little insulted when some say, "Oh, good luck." I say, if you have great skills, you don't think about luck. Were you relying on luck to to win your fights?
No.
You were just lucky? Is that how that happens?
No, not at all. So,
How much training before you get lucky?
a lot of sweat, a lot of blood before I got locked. I got luck. But, like you said, because if you don't have responsibility for your own life, it's going to be hard for you to achieve a success. People sometimes they wait for some grace of God, some lucky, like we just said here, but that's not going to happen like that. Unfortunately or fortunately, we have to work hard and believe in our goals and have our priorities. Because if you don't have your priorities, you're always gonna put your goal like in a last spot, which is not good. People they struggle a lot because they don't know what is the most important thing to do. They don't have that. Like priority. They don't have a goal in their mind. No. So and they don't have a responsibility. Like if they know about Stevie Covey, they used to say that first of all, the 7 habits that you have to have. The 3 first was very important because you have to be proactive. But proactive means no just about doing something that nobody wants to do, but to be responsible for your own life, to be conscious to what you're doing. And after, now you have to have like a goal. Where you want to go, where you want to be, what you want to achieve. And the third one is what comes first is the most important thing. What is the next thing that I have to do? If you don't have this type of approach, you're going to struggle and you're not going to get there. For sure, 100% not going to get there.
If you don't have a clear goal, it'd be very difficult to achieve anything meaningful. How would you have anything like success if you don't have the goal to create the success? It's not possible. So I agree with Lyoto. It's very important that you have to know who you are, you have to know what you want, and you have to know who are the people that could help you to get the things that you want. And of course, you have to make yourself useful to them. Yeah. So I always think, if you know, you have to ask like the three big questions, like what kind of man am I? Which maybe is nice words, maybe not nice words, but what type of person are you now? So what kind of man am I? What are the goals that I want to achieve? What would bring me the most happiness for my life, for my whole life, not next week, not today after work? What were the things that would make me most happy in life, most proud of myself? So what kind of man am I? What kind of life do I want to live? We'll say the second one. Yes. What kind of life do I want to live? And third one, who are the right people that I want to have as friends and allies to build this life, to live this life with them. So if you don't have the clarity of those three things, then first thing, if you don't know who you are and you don't know what you want.
Yeah. And also, so Covey, he launched his book in 1989, but he said that he studied 200 years back. And he said that only the 150 years back was all the philosophy of success has a lot of values. Yeah. The 50 years before he launched his book was just about based on values, no based on principles. And they think that I like you, Derek, because you are a man of words. No, you have principles. Like we was talking about, like we have different upbringing, even though we have very similar principles, like we follow the same principles. That's so important because sometimes you want to achieve success, but you don't follow principle, you follow on the values. For example, if you see a gangster guy, they have values, their own values, the values from the street, but then they don't follow principles of life, like men of word, respect, loyalty, honor, discipline. And if you follow that, I can assure you, with a good mentor, you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.